Hello, Hyperlinkers! Welcome to our first ever Hyper Talk. I'm your host, Ellie, and today we got something special. Our amazing community manager, Chris, is here with me to share some exciting news about Etheria.
Hey everyone, I'm Chris, but you might know me as C on Discord. I'm super excited to be here with all of you today. Here's what we got lined up for today's Hyper Talk. So first we're going to tackle some of the biggest questions from the last beta. After that, we'll go into important details for the upcoming Etheria final test on May 8th. And lastly, we'll take a sneak peek at some future plans for the game. We've got some big news, but first we want to start off with a huge thank you to everyone for the incredible support. We can't wait for launch, and we're just as excited as you guys.
And before we dive in, have you pre-registered for Etheria yet? It's live now on the App Store, Google Play, Steam, and our official website. Pre-register today and score some exclusive rewards. Also, you can find us on Discord, X, Facebook, and Reddit. Come say hi!
Let's talk about the upcoming final test. That's right, the final test. This is the last beta before launch, so we're just making sure everything is polished and ready for the big day.
And for those of you who have been waiting to find out about our official launch date, mark your calendars. We're hosting a special preview live stream on April 25th, where we'll be dropping some major announcements you won't want to miss. And don't forget to comment what you're most excited for in Etheria down below. We love to hear from you guys.
Okay, enough teasing. Let's get this Hyper Talk started. So we recently opened up a feedback thread on Discord to gather your thoughts from the last beta, and we have answers.
And first up, about the stamina system. We saw tons of questions about this. Will stamina consumption be adjusted? Let's hear what the Etheria team had to say.
So for now, the daily stamina cap will stay the same, but don't panic. We're going to be monitoring player data closely after launch, and we're ready to make adjustments if necessary. Plus, there will always be tons of ways to earn more stamina through gameplay and events.
And on that topic, I remember during the last beta, there was an issue where players will lose 1 point of stamina when failing a challenge stage. So will this be optimized in the upcoming beta?
Yeah, so for game balance and server stability, we have no current plans to adjust this when failing a challenge. We're going to keep it in mind, but we expect it to function pretty smoothly for now.
Well, that's understandable. Next up is the idle system. Many players have been requesting a one-click sweep feature. So are there any plans for this?
We hear you. In a turn-based RPG, resource efficiency is the biggest part of strategy and progression. So, if you build an optimized team and level them up, you're going to unlock higher rewards and more continuous combat bonuses. But that said, we'll be keeping an eye on this, and we're ready to optimize as we feel it's needed.
All right. Thank you, Chris.
Of course.
And what about the PvE support system? Many players felt that not having a support system was really a downside. So, any updates?
Yes, so in Union boss battles, you will be able to team up with your friend's Animus for support. In Phantom Theater, you can team up with friends to take down bosses. More Animus borrowing and co-op features are also being considered.
And speaking of game features that players love, Etheria's story has been a huge highlight for many players. Are we getting new story content in this upcoming beta?
Absolutely. So we've completely reworked the Anti-Sync Echo side quests and will now add new cutscenes to the main story. Expect deeper storytelling, more character development, and an even better narrative experience.
Cool. And I know UI design has been talked about quite a bit as well. So do the devs have any plans to optimize the UI? Like adding an option to display all buff effects in RTA battles?
Yeah, so we've actually already optimized this in the internal build. So the next time you guys play, you'll be able to see much more detailed battle information.
Awesome. And social features are also super important in Etheria. So looking ahead, will hyperlinkers be able to add friends from different platforms and regions?
Yep, the Etheria experience can be shared across all platforms. iOS, Android, and PC players will all be able to add each other as friends.
Great. And aside from the topics we just covered, we also seen a lot of questions about monetization and in-game purchases. So how will Etheria balance free-to-play and paying players? Will non-paying players have ways to earn premium resources in the earlier stages?
Yeah, so our philosophy is simple. We want all players, whether paying or not, to access every character and all progression resources. Etheria is built around the joy of collecting, strategizing, and mastering turn-based challenges. That said, free-to-play players may need to invest a little bit more time compared to paying players, but don't worry, Etheria has tons of missions and events that reward valuable resources, including Hydro Crystals and Anima prototypes.
All right, thank you so much for breaking that down. And hopefully that clears up a lot of questions from our hyperlinkers. And speaking of upcoming content, will new characters be introduced?
Absolutely. So as a turn-based RPG focused on collection and strategic team building, creating unique characters with distinct personalities and abilities is also a priority for us. So yes, on our final test on May 8th, multiple new animists will be joining the world of Etheria. If you want a closer look at them, be sure to tune into our upcoming livestream on the 25th for all details.
That sounds amazing. I can't wait to meet the new animists. And now, what about gameplay? Will there be any new modes or features?
Of course, Etheria is all about exciting dynamic PvE and PvP challenges. In this beta, several existing systems have been refined based on previous feedback, and on top of that, new game modes and events will be introduced. All the details will be fully revealed during our preview livestream on April 25th.
I also heard that there will be a special tournament this time around, so what's that about? Is this just a one-time event, or will we see more regular competitive tournaments in the future?
Great question, Ellie. We've already talked about Etheria's deep PvE experience, but of course, one of the core pillars of this game is competition. Etheria currently has Etheria and real-time RTA Summon Arena, but in this test, we're also introducing a brand new competitive mode called Fearless Arena. That's not all. In the future, we'll also launch the Union Battle system for a more strategic PvP. The goal, to create a fair, skill-based competitive experience that brings depth and excitement to turn-based esports. Our official tournaments are designed specifically for players who love strategic competition and will continue hosting these events, making them bigger and better every year. For more details on Etheria's official tournaments, be sure to tune into our April 25th livestream.
Wow, I have to say this is actually really exciting. I'm looking forward to seeing players from all over the world diving into Etheria. And with that, we are coming to the end of today's video. Before we wrap things up, let's quickly go over those key dates one more time. May 8th is when our final test kicks off. And remember, this time around, all paid features will be fully enabled for testing.
Yeah, so if you're unsure about paid features and refund policies for the May 8th test, make sure to check out our official social media pages for all the latest information.
And right now, if you head over to our official website and pre-register, you'll unlock exclusive rewards, including Chakra Rings, Game Village, Red Devil Skin, as well as a set of home and battle outfits for the main character. Hyperlinkers, don't wait, secure your rewards today.
And of course, as mentioned, don't forget to tune in on April 25th for our preview livestream. We'll be revealing even more updates, gameplay changes, and details for upcoming tournaments. Remember to follow us on social media to stay up to date with all the latest Etheria news.
And that's all for today's Hyper Talk. Don't forget to join us over at the upcoming livestream. See you there, Hyperlinkers.
Looking forward to it. Have a fantastic day, everyone. See you next time, and thank you, Ellie.
Thank you, Chris.